ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां दयाकरं दयाकारं दान्तं धर्मप्रवर्तकं प्रणमामि दयानन्दं मदाचार्यवरं परम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमः श्री शङ्करानन्दगुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्रासैककर्मणे तत्पादाम्बुरुहद्वन्द्वसेवा निर्मलचेतसां सुखबोधाय तत्त्वस्य विवेकोऽयं विधीयते। One more is needed there. From 43 to 45, 46 we will chant together. Paraparatmanorevam yuktya sambhavitaikata तत्त्वमस्यादिवाक्यैः सात्यागेन लक्ष्यते जगतो यदुपादानं मायामादाय तामसीं निमित्तं शुद्धसत्त्वां ताम् उच्यते ब्रह्म तद्गिरा यदा मलिनसत्त्वां ताम् कामकर्मादिदूषिताम् आदत्ते तत्परं ब्रह्म त्वं पदेन तदोच्यते त्रितयीमपि तां मुक्त्वा परस्परविरोधिनीम् अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दं महावाक्येन लक्ष्यते। These 4 verses that we chanted sum up very beautifully and concisely the entire vision of Vedanta and the kind of lifestyle that one must lead to gain this vision. And what is this vision? All that is here is one Ishvara, and you are non-separate from that Ishvara. Simply put, that is the vision. It's a very big vision. And also it appears to be difficult, not because it is not easy to assimilate, but because one's head is already filled with notions about oneself, God and the world. Jiva Jagat Ishvara, everybody can write a PhD thesis on what is Jiva, all kinds of things. And starting with one's own autobiography. Chapter 1, why me? Chapter 2, Chapter 2, what is Chapter 2? Oh no! Chapter 3, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God! And then Chapter 4, same old, same old. Yeah, Chapter 5, conclusion? No, to be continued. This is what is called autobiography of a bhogi. Yes, not autobiography of yogi, because that is a book upon which everybody has cut their spiritual teeth. But this is autobiography of the conspicuous consumer bhogi. So everybody has notions about the self, wrong notions. And then wrong notions pervade one's understanding of the Jagat. In the same way, everybody that I meet, everybody that I see is what? out to get me. Out to get me. Because the Jagat is separate, being separate, what is there? It is out to get me. It's a source of threat. So then we can wax eloquent about this whole universe. Any branch, any area you can take. Politics, you can write a PhD. Why this party is like this? Why politicians are corrupt? And why like this? What's wrong with the electorate? Why do we keep on electing these kinds of people? You can go on and on and on. Then you take sociology. And sociology means what? Why all these divisions have to exist? Class and all these things. Why some people are rich and why some people are not rich, and why it is like this? Why some people are oppressive and why some people are oppressed, and wherever you go this is the case. So you can keep on writing all these, because the whole Jagat appears to be divided according to so many lines, and each of those divisions become a rankling source of pain for who? The same Jiva, who is writing a treatise about the Jagat. And so why is the Jiva writing a treatise about the Jagat? Because the same notion that pervade oneself also pervade the Jagat. They are extended to the Jagat. Same thing. Everything is out to get me. Everything is a source of suspicion. Everyone is a source of fear, potential suspicion. And therefore I am alienated from the Jagat. I am alienated from myself, of course. I am alienated from Jagat. What else is left? Ishvara. But before that, there is one more alienation. I am alienated from other Jivas. I know why I exist in the universe, but why do you exist? That is my question. This is the problem. Why are you here? Life was wonderful until I met you. Yeah, that is what it is. And the same, sometimes the other person is life is wonderful because I met you. Wonderful, fantastic. Let's plan a life together. Very good. And then few years, few months, few days later, what? Don't want to see your face again. Yes. You are the cause of all difficult things. This is what happens. Pujya Swamiji used to put it very well. First, I love you, I love you, I love you. And then after that, I allow you to go. Yes. I think we need space in this relationship. Yeah. I'm not going. That means who needs to go? You need to go. This is how the thing is. So alienation, separation, a sense of separation, and this rancor, this resentment, all these emotions. And then the same thing is projected onto poor Ishvara. What did Ishvara do? Nothing. On poor Ishvara also, even in the holiest of chants, in the Vedic tradition, which is that Shri Rudram, we say Drape, Andhasaspate, Daridraha, Neela Lohita. Neela Lohita is okay, but still. Yeah. What kind of a God are you? This is supposed to be a holiest, wonderful chant, okay? First we are afraid. You know what? Looks like Bhagavan is a hunter. In the estimation of this Jiva, Bhagavan is a hunter. Hunter, oh, let him hunt. No, he is coming after me. He is hunting me. Why? Because the arrows are dipped in my karma phala. Karma phala dipped arrows. Like chocolate dipped strawberries. Yeah, but not nice. Here it is mostly papa. Nobody complains about chocolate coated strawberries. Nobody complains. But this karma phala dipped arrow, karma phala tipped arrow is then what? Put on the bow, and wherever I go, I have this, what is that? This, what is that called? Like this, not fantasy, but a kind of a hallucination. Except, why is it a prayer then? If it's a hallucination, we should go to Agra. You know, Agra means what? You know, it's a Upalakshana. For what? Mental asylum. So if it's one person's hallucination, you can go to direct the person to go to the mental asylum, but this is a universal hallucination. God is out to get me. God loves you, wonderful, but be careful. What is this kind of a love? What kind of a love is this? What kind of a God is this? But this is the holiest chant, and that is how the Sri Rudram starts. That this Karmaphala tipped arrow is being directed by this hunter, who Bhagavan in the form of a hunter, who is out to get me. So if someone is following you with an arrow nicely strung in a bow, what are you going to do? First you try to run away, but then you can't run away, because you can run away from a regular hunter, but you cannot run away from Ishvara. Wherever you go, there Ishvara is. So then what do? You surrender, not from a sense of wisdom, but from a sense of sheer fear. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Yes. Namaha Astute. Who are you? Rudra. Rodayati Sarvan. Makes everyone weep. Why? Because of giving Karmaphala. This is one etymological meaning. Etymological meaning, yeah. The derivative. Vyutpatti based artha. This is the etymology of the word Rudra. Rud, to cry. Sarvan, Rodayati, makes everyone cry. Why? Gives Karmaphala. And the Karmaphala, we are not talking of Punya, gives Punya also. But Ishvara, nobody says, oh Ishvara, you are wonderful, you gave me some Punya today. Today has gone by very well. No, nobody talks like that. When do you think of Ishvara? Only when Papa in the form of Karmaphala comes, then you say, what are you doing here? That is when you do this. So here also, Papa dipped arrows are being directed at me. Rodayati sarvaniti rudraha. But then, isn't Bhagavan all compassion? Yes. Does Bhagavan not have compassion for me? Yes. That's why the word Rudra has two derivations. Rodayati sarvan, makes everyone cry, and then what? Rudanam dravayati, iti rudraha, second derivation, very beautiful derivation. Rudanam, all the tears, the sorrow, dravayati, makes it flow away from you. In other words, gives you a hanky. Yes. First does hanky-panky in your life, and then gives you a hanky, first makes you cry, pinches you and makes you cry, and then what? And then says, oh you poor thing, come, let me just wipe away your tears. This is in the estimation of the jiva. So what do I want to invoke? Do I want to invoke the pinching Bhagavan? Not at all. Who do I want to invoke? The hanky Bhagavan I want to invoke. Make me feel better. Yes, it's my own karma, it's my own karma phala, I know, but make me feel better, I can't handle it. And you know, like that story of, even nursery story, what is that called? A fairy tale, Red Riding Hood. Yes. So, this child goes to visit grandma. And where is grandma? Inside the stomach of the wolf already. Okay. And the wolf wants now dessert. That was lunch. Grandma was lunch. I don't know why they call these fairy tales. And that's why it is appropriately said Grimm's fairy tale. Very grim it is. The whole thing is very grim. Yeah. How you can tell these to children? I don't know. That's why I'm telling it to adults. Okay. So, wolf already, he has wolfed down the grandma. That's why he's called wolf. And now he sees this tender red, this child in a red outfit, and then thinks, okay, nice dessert. So wears the cape of the grandma and then lies on the bed. And then what? Little Red Riding Hood is confused. Grandma, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with, my dear. Grandma, what big arms you have. All the better to hug you, my dear. Grandma, what a big mouth you have. You don't want to know the answer to that. So like this, the Jiva prays to Ishvara. You look mad, you look angry. Who is angry? Bhagavan is not angry. It's my transference, it's my projection. Because of my own ajnanam, I am not able to relate to this Ishvara. It is my own ajnanam that is projecting Bhagavan looks angry. It is my own anthropomorphization of this Bhagavan. You look angry. And your anger is huge. It is, my anger and my anger is like a little mosquito bite. Your anger causes the whole pralaya, will cause a universal deluge. And so therefore what? Not only namaste astu, for you namaste, okay. Namaste Rudra Manyave. You look very angry, therefore let me surrender to this anger. The anger is my own karma phala, but purposely externalized so that we can relate to this. If somebody is told, Bhagavan is not angry with you, it's your own karma phala, then already the person is feeling hurt, guilty, sad, upset, and there is self non-acceptance, and so therefore they will not accept this also. It's much easier to say, Bhagavan is angry. It's much easier to agree with that in the beginning. So what to do? Namaste Rudra Manyave. Manyave. Manyuhu, anger. Manyave, fourth case. Why fourth case? Because the word Namaha has come. The word Namaha takes fourth case. Namaste Rudra Manyave. No, it doesn't say Manyave, Namaste Rudra Manyava. It says, why? Because there is a sandhi, elision, because what follows is this vowel, u, utate, bahubhyam, utate namaha. And your arms look very big. You have been going to the gym, Bhagavan, you have been working out. These huge muscles, biceps, triceps, deltoids, all these things are there. All the better to hold the bow with, all the better to give me my karma phala with. So out of an abundance of caution, what should I say? Bahubhyam, both the arms, which look very, very much focused and directed towards me. And I am saying till I am hoarse, this roommate has done many bad things, why don't you go here? This other person is adharmic, go there. No, but you are focused on me alone. All the time the arrow is focused on me, the bow is focused on me. So let your arms also be recipients of my surrender. This is sheer imagination. It's brilliant actually. It is using one's own hallucinations to come out of it. It's just very, very brilliant. And then, Bahubhyam utate namaha. And then these arrows, are you sure you are using the right sized arrows? They seem very big. Yes. Yate ishuhu shivatama babhuva. Along with your dhanuhu, may your, what is dhanu? Bow, and ishuhu, arrow, may they, Shivatama, may they become peaceful, the most peaceful things. May they not be a weapon of my destruction. May they be peaceful. May they be a source of shanti, peace. Shivatama. Shiva here is also auspicious. In other words, even if I am the recipient of this difficult, challenging karma phala, because that is what separates the jiva and Ishvara in one's understanding. Who am I? I am subject to the order, lorded over by the order. Who is the Lord? The one that is lording me over. And in no other place is the difference between the Jiva and the Lord more obvious than in the role of the Lord as the giver of the fruits of action. That is where the rub is, that is where the distance is, that is where authority issues come and center, that is where the alienation is most felt, that is where the rancor, the resentment lie, and that is where they have to be resolved. And so, I pray for this arrow and this bow along with your arms to be a source of auspiciousness. What is karma phala? Is it optional or compulsory? Compulsory. So I have to get this arrow somewhere. But let this arrow be a source of auspiciousness for me. Let it help me to grow rather than destroy me. Destroy me means what? Due to my own non-acceptance. Whose karma phala is coming? The neighbors? No. Whose karma phala? My own karma phala. All the wrong things I did are is coming back. Because every action has a fruit, has a result. And the results of adharmic actions, things that go against what is correct, what is right, what is righteous, I have to bear. Because I have done wrong things. I have to bear that. And so therefore, we have to understand this very, very, very carefully. The distance between Ishvara and Jiva is where? Is because of a collective hallucination. Collective hallucination based on one's own fear, one's own non-understanding, one's own some kind of a wrong understanding. And so if it's an individual hallucination, then and there may be some medications for that, but if everybody is participating in this hallucination, then obviously the solution lies elsewhere. Just because everybody is universally participating in the hallucination that Ishvara is away from me does not make it correct, does not ratify this. Just like when Ptolemy, the 6th century astronomer, was the first one, when he said, what did he say? The earth is not flat like a chapati. The earth is not flat. And the sun doesn't go from east to west. The earth goes around the sun. He was the first one who said that. Nobody accepted. Because the majority felt what? Earth is flat and the sun is going from this way to that way. Because they believed in that which was a perception rather than the astronomer who had calculated the truth. And so what did they do to Ptolemy? They put him to death, burnt him at stake, called him a witch, burnt him at stake. And it was only much, much later when Galileo came, much, much later in the medieval times, that humanity was ready for this understanding. So same thing here. It's exactly the same thing. Just because the majority feels a certain way, that does not make it right. Because where is the one's own desire and where is the pain? And that is the clue to gaining, to understanding the vision of Vedanta. Where is the pain? The pain is because of the sense of alienation, the sense of separation. That is where the pain is. And where is the desire? To become one. And that's why everyone wants to become one with everything in the Jagat. And that oneness alone gives happiness, whether it's with a person or with an object, like what? Chocolate cake. I want to attain oneness with the chocolate cake. That is what it is. I want to attain oneness with this person. I want to attain oneness with this particular kind of experience, sunrise, sunset, whatever it might be. So this oneness is what is universally wanted. And oneness is, and the pain, the universal pain is because of separation, the anxiety is because of separation, and what is desired is oneness. And what does Vedanta do? Give the truth of yourself in keeping with your pain, in keeping with your desire. That is why it is universally loved. That is why it resonates. Whether one is from some other country, doesn't matter. If somebody is following some other religion, doesn't matter. This is not a religion. This is the understanding of yourself from the standpoint of the universal desire to drop this sense of separation. The separation is always what? A sense. Because it comes and goes. When you are having a wonderful time. When are you having a wonderful time? When you feel connected. When you feel connected to others or to nature, you have a wonderful time. That's why we keep giving examples of nature. Nature, it's very easy to have oneness because nature doesn't talk back like, like the friends. The friends eventually talk back, but here nature does not talk back. So nature is the one that everybody likes to be in because it's easy to evoke that sense of oneness very quickly in natural settings, in natural surroundings. Very, very easy, very quick and wonderful it is. And so therefore, here also this Sri Rudram, very innovative prayer, starts off wherever anybody is, where Ishvara is out to get me, oh my God, I have to be worried, Ishvara is judging me, oh my God. And in fact in the Christian tradition there is, what is that called? Judgment Day. There is Judgment Day. Same thing, here also we have the similar thing. Ishvara is sitting in judgment of all my deeds. I can't even make eye contact out of my guilt, out of whatever, fear. So many things are there. So the first Anuvaka means chapter. The first Anuvaka is all about the expressing this fear, because where else will it go? Where else will it be directed? Where else can it resolve? It has to resolve at the source. So Ishvara becomes the source of this fear, where this fear is consciously directed in this prayer. Consciously directed. And then after that, there is the rest of the Anuvakas, there is just this immersion. Seeing everything in the world, there is the Ishvarization. Seeing everything in the world as Ishvara. Starting with all the small things. Namaha to the green leaves. But then what is left out? Dried leaves. Dried leaves are left out. Namaha to them also. Shushkyaya cha namaha. Harityaya cha namaha. Everything namaha. Greenery namaha. Non-greenery namaha. Anything in between namaha. Namaha to all the bodies of water. It is you, Ishvara. It is not now, no, the person has undergone a certain growth. As the chapters flow, the person undergoes a wonderful growth. From seeing Bhagavan as the source of fear to seeing Bhagavan as everything in the universe, as non-separate from the universe. And therefore what? The only way to relate to Bhagavan is Namaha. Salutation. Salutation means acceptance of what is. And what is? Ishvara. What is Ishvara. That's why the first two letters of Ishvara, when you write in English, is. I-S. First two letters I said. What are you doing? Yeah. So, first two letters of Ishvara, I-S. Is. What is Ishvara. And what is Ishvara when I say, then it includes everything, starting with my own body, mind, sense complex to the galaxies in the universe. It is what it is. because it cannot be what it is not. And I align with what is, and that expression of alignment with what is, whether I understand it or not, is called Namaha. The expression of alignment, of laying my cudgels and defenses and offenses down. No longer I am a ninja, always crafting new weapons. No. Always morphing into something else. No. I lay the weapons down, and the expression of accepting what is called Namaha, indeclinable. This is how it is. And the whole Rudram, we have 300 Namahas. And in fact, out of that, somebody crafted one Rudra Trishati, where only those, Anuvaka number 2 to 10 are chanted. 2 to 9 are chanted, because that is where the 300 Namahas, 300 surrenders. 300 is a Upalakshana, it is 3 crores, because the Jagat is like that. The Jagat is infinite, in infinite expression of the knowledge of Bhagavan. Namaha, 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 Namaha. It's all you, it's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. This is one way to puncture the Ahankara. Ahankara is like a balloon, each Namaha is a pin. And it's a very thick balloon. So each Namaha doesn't burst the balloon all at once, little air is gone. And then again, one more Namaha, little air is gone, little air is gone. And then by the time you end, you come to the end of the Sri Rudram, what happens? Where are you? You are not there at all. All that is there is Bhagavan, your body is Bhagavan, your mind is Bhagavan, your heart is Bhagavan, your Ahankara is Bhagavan. Namaha, 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 Namaha. All that is there is you. No longer am I existent as an individual. And then what? Then we have the other part of the Rudram. What is that called? Chamakam. So called because the expression chame, 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 chame comes. Shanchame, mayaschame, priyanchame, nukamaschame, kamaschame, like this. Chame, 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 chame. What is this me? Me is an alternative form for Asmad Shabda in the fourth and the sixth case. Fourth case, Mahyam Me. Me no naha. This is the alternative form. Second case also is there, but that's not relevant for us, pertinent for us now. And then, Mama Avayoho Asmakam. Me now naha. Same thing. So this may be fourth case and this may be sixth case. Which case is this now? Thinking about that, I become a basket case. Okay. So fourth case means what? Shancha me. And me sham. Sham means all sources of blessing, tranquility, etc. May it be there for me. Mahyam me. Most people take it like this. This is the interpretation. Every non-Vedanta, people who have studied Sanskritam but not Vedanta will give you the fourth case explanation, which is a head scratcher. Because what have I done in the 11 chapters? I have said there is no me, all there is you. Then why will I want? And also on a second head scratcher is understanding what is it that is asked for. And you will see all kinds of things. May there be that with which the two bullocks are yoked for the purposes of ploughing the land. May there be the yoke for me. What for? What am I going to do with this piece of wood that connects two bullocks? Makes no sense. May there be this chamas. Chamas means what? Chammach, or spoon, the sacrificial spoon of offering. Offering what? Ghee into the fire. May that be there for me. Some petty things like this are there. May the animals there for me. May furry things be there for me. Just go get a cat or a dog. That's all. Why you have to see, you just go for a walk there. There will be lots of puppies and all kinds of things. Pick one up. Simple. Why you want a prayer for that? So therefore, we have to take it as sixth case. It is already mine. Nothing is separate from me. First is it's all you. I am also the what? You only. And therefore this is the same thing. It's like sometimes, you can look at the binoculars the right way, and then you look at you turn it around and look at it differently, and everything appears small. And then so in the same way here, the standpoint is shifted. And why is the standpoint shifted? The standpoint is shifted deliberately to be able to see oneself as everything. Everything is me, that Bhagavan is also me. What happened to the arrow? What happened to the bow? No bow. The bow and arrow disappeared. Kshiyante cha asya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. When this person, avara means the one who considered oneself fraught with fear, fraught with lowliness, fraught with loneliness also, and fraught with all kinds of difficulties. When this person sees, I am that which is what? Para, which is everything, which is the source of everything, which is the cause of everything. This sad, bad, mad jiva is indeed what? Bhagavan, the invincible and the all-pervasive Bhagavan. When that happens, what happens? The arrow is dropped. What arrow? What bow? What arms? What karma phala? Karma phala goes because in the first portion of the Sri Rudram, with the 300 namahas, with the 300 time the word namas being repeated, the kartritva buddhi has gone. That notion, I am a doer, has been erased by Ishwarizing the whole universe. Ishwarizing my own karmendriyas, organs of actions, my own jnanendriyas, sense organs. When I see everything as Ishvara, there is no me. And so what happens to I am a doer? There is no me because it's all you. So the kartritvam is relatively suspended. Relatively suspended by the understanding of this. That's why this is called Rudropanishad. It is an Upanishad. It's called Rudropanishad. It is suspended. It is suspended means what? It is there, but it is not bothering me. My doership is not bothering me. Then with the erasure of the ahankara as the doer comes the desire to study. And with the exposure to Vedanta Shastra, what happens? I understand that the doer is an as though superimposition upon the I that is free of doership. And then what happens to bhokta? Bhokta means what? Yes, the experiencer. What happens to the experiencer? The experiencer is also resolved because everything is Bhagavan, karma phala is Bhagavan. And then I, who am saying Namaha, Namaha, Namaha 300 times, am under the protection of Bhagavan. So the experiencership, the experiencerhood, known in Sanskritam as Bhoktritvam, is also suspended. And then in the wake of knowledge, it is erased. I am no longer Karta, Bhokta, therefore there is no bow, no arrow. At the end of Sri Rudram, no bow, no arrow, no karma phala. Why? No kartritva buddhi. The Karta is falsified, so the karma phala standing in the account of the Karta is falsified. Bhokta is falsified, so everything that is a bhogya vastu means that which is worthy of being pursued is all falsified. There are no more pursuits, there is no more headache, there is no more want, because all the wants are what? Already fulfilled. Because I am this Ishvara, and Ishvara being everything, all wants are fulfilled in one fell swoop. And this is the vision of Vedanta that we saw in these 4-5 verses which we have been seeing, that, and this is presented in the form of the Nimitta Karana and Upadana Karana in verse 44, the intelligent cause and the material, the raw material, and the intelligence that directs the raw material, both of them are there. And then what? And then we say, and both of them, the causes are all portrayed through the portal of Maya. What is Maya? Maya is the as though power that helps with the creation. It's a creative power, and as though creative power. Why can't Maya be real? Because the Jagat is what? As though. The as though creative power as though creates the as though Jagat. This is why it is as though. Because the what is it called? The qualities, the guna of the parents in here are passed on to the child. So if it's an as though power, whatever she creates is what? As though, cannot be real. As though. So with the sattva aspect of her power, she endows Brahman with all knowledge, all power, all might, as the Lord of all. And then with the tamasic aspect of her power, tamas also has power. That constitutes the raw material of the entire universe. And then what else is left? With the mixed up, malina sattva, mixed up aspect of her power, where the sattva, rajas, tamas are hopelessly, helplessly mixed up. What happens? Jiva. The jiva is, as it were, born. Jiva is not born. Anadi. Maya, anadi. Jiva, anadi. Ishvara, anadi. The difference between jiva and Ishvara, anadi. And two more things are also anadi. What is that? Jivaha, Ishvaraha, and Jiveshwarayo bhida. Then Chit. Chit is anadi. Chit is anadi. Maya we already said. Maya is anadi. Avidya is also anadi. 6 things have no beginning. But thankfully, out of them, avidya has an end. Thank God. Just because it doesn't have beginning, don't say ignorance has no end. If ignorance has no end, the end of our studies. That's all it will be. What's the point of studying? No point at all. And so, all this has come, and then this whole setup is because of this, and the setup deserves an explanation because there are many questions in the heart. And you can't straight away go to the explanation that there is no Jagat other than you. People will not understand. So therefore, in association with Sattvika Guna, there is Ishvara. In association with the Tamas, there is the Jagat. In association with the mixed up, all three called Malina Sattva, there is this mixed up being called what? Jiva. That's why we are mixed up, okay? Yeah. So then, what does it say? Verse 46 is very beautiful because it says, Tritayim apitam muktva. The mukti from these three gunas or these three iterations of Maya happens only in the wake of knowledge, Vedanta Shastra. Cannot happen otherwise. How are you going to intuit that you are Bhagavan? How? Intuiter is Bhagavan. No, I see that I am Bhagavan, because that which you see is not Bhagavan. You want to know the nature of the seer. So therefore, this is not available for any pramana except what? Vedanta. Vedanta is a means of knowledge in its own right, and therefore I have to give it the force, I have to give it the respect, that the same respect that I give to my eyes. Can you unsee something you have seen? Never. You cannot unsee it. You are going just for a walk somewhere, and then what you see, you are about to cross the road, you see two cars collide. Thankfully, it's not a major accident, nobody is hurt, but the cars have kissed and then separated. There is a dent, and then, of course, each of them comes out. The drivers, they start arguing. It's because of you. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because of you. No, it's because of you. And when the police come at the scene, they don't talk to either of them. They come straight to you. You were here? Were you here when this took? Yes, I was about to cross the road. I was right here, officer. All right. What did you see? It was the fault of the blue car, not the red car. The blue car skipped stopping at the red light. That is the fault. Can you stand by this statement? Yes. Why? I saw it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own ears. What did you hear? You were talking bad things about me. I heard it. Don't try to deny it. I am very quick to ratify the pratyaksha pramana and the anumana, arthapatti, these various kinds of pramanas. What is anumana? One-step inference. Arthapatti, multi-step inference. All these things. All these pramanas that I have in my own hands, I am quick to ratify them. I can say I saw it with my own eyes. And then I came to this conclusion with deploying my own inference, and I am correct. And when Vedanta, the words of the Upanishad, are presented as pramana, then there is a doubt. How this is coming from outside? How something that comes from outside, how can it be pramana? Because all these things are connected to me, my eyes are now connected to me, my ears are connected to me. And who is the one operating these means of knowledge? Me. What is this me? Ahankara. The I notion is operating the means of knowledge to find out everything about the Jagat. And to find out something about the I notion, can the same means of knowledge operated by the I notion help you understand the truth of the I notion? Never. The master's tools cannot dismantle the master's house. Because what is the master's tools for? To keep up the oppressive institutions. Even within the body-mind-strength complex, there are many oppressive institutions, toxic connections, strange dysfunctionalities in every relationship that we keep watering, we keep nurturing. How am I going to get out of this when I am already stuck in it? And so therefore Vedanta as the pramana has to come to free me from these three so-called powers. One power of Maya which gives rise to Ishvara, another power of Maya which gives rise to the Jagat, And the third mixed up power of Maya, which mixes me up. I have to come out of all three. How is that possible? It is not possible unless and until I have pramanya buddhi in the pramana. Other pramanas come from me. Therefore, I am quick to back them up. This pramana has to come from outside because it has to topple the ahankara. It has to topple the pramata. This is only in this body of knowledge it happens. In any other branch of knowledge, the knower is kept intact. Therefore, I can say, I know mathematics, I know physiology, I know anatomy, I know astronomy, I know astrology, I know all these things. I can say that. The knower is happy. Okay, I know one more thing, I know one more thing, I know one more thing. Knower is happy. But then, what happens? The knower has to be toppled. Why? Because this body of knowledge called Vedanta is knowledge without a knower. That's why when you gain Atmajnanam, you must not hang a board on your chest. I have self-knowledge. No. That's why no jnani will say, I have self-knowledge. That means what? The knower is still intact. The knower, the status of the knower is a superimposition, as it were, on that which is free of knowership. Pramatritvam free. The heart is free of being pramata. The pramata itself, the status of knower, is mithya. Mithya knower is as though superimposed upon this Atma. Then in association with this mithya knower, what does the person say? I know, janami. Janami. And the Dakshinamurti Stotra talks about this. Janami iti tamevam anubhati. Janami. How is this janami is born? Janami is born, this knower. Janami means I know. Knower is born how? Knower is born in association with an object of knowledge. Both are blessed by consciousness, which is neither knower nor the object nor the means of knowledge. Yet without all three, without consciousness, all three cannot exist. That is the knower which has taken on the mantle. Which has taken that is consciousness, which has taken on the mantle of being knower without really becoming knower. It blesses the knower. That same light of consciousness blesses the knower in the form of blessing all the means of knowledge, blesses the buddhi to know the adhishthanam of the jagat, the truth of the jagat as Ishvara. And then when this knowledge takes place, there is really no knower. All that is there is consciousness. Consciousness without an owner. Consciousness without pramata. Why? Pramata is gone in the wake of this knowledge. Prameya is gone in the wake of this knowledge. Even pramana is gone in the wake of this knowledge. What do you mean pramana is gone? Vedanta is gone? Yes, for this person Vedanta is gone. We saw in the Amrita Bindu Upanishad, what does it say? Grantham abhyasya medhavi tyajatu sarvan asheshataha. May that person, after imbibing the knowledge of the Upanishads, what to do with the books? Yeah, take it to Ganga. Take it to Ganga, let it become one with the Ganga. A small caveat, we are not there yet, okay? Yeah. So don't do that this afternoon. Yeah. We need all the knowledge that we can get right now. But this is for the jnani. Grantham abhyasya, having repeatedly studied. Abhyasa means repetition. Having repeatedly understood and assimilated the teachings, tyajatu, may the person give up. Sarvan granthan asheshataha. Don't say, oh, Panchadashi I will retain. Everything else I'll give. Ishavasya, so sweet the Upanishad is. Let me retain that. No, everything. Why? Not because you don't need it anymore, because the books are not important, but because you are the book now. First, what were you? Bookworm of the Upanishad. And like the bookworm, what does the bookworm do? Eat the book, eat the book, eat the book, eat the book, eat the book. After that, you try to open the book after many years. What is there? No book. So similarly, first one is the bookworm, Vedanta worm, and then goes through the Shastra, literally assimilates the Shastra. The book is just a heap of words. Why? Because the Artha, the Shabdartha is myself alone, and I have assimilated that. This is how the pramana works. And so, Tritaim api tam muktva. So, giving adequate Shraddha. Shraddha here means trust. Trusting the pramana to do its job. Trusting that the Upanishad will deliver. Will deliver what? This knowledge of myself as Brahman, it will deliver. No, it will not deliver. How do you know? The proof of the pramana lies in its operation. And the classic example that is given is somebody who had surgery, some kind of eye surgery. And the person was very afraid that they would not be able to see. But the doctor says, no, surgery has gone very well. 10 days, we have to keep the eyes covered. On the 10th day, I will open this. 10th day, the person comes for a follow-up and to open the bandage. Eyes still are tightly shut. Come on. The surgeon put some cream and some drops to help the eyelids to open. Come on, open your eyes. Look, it's a lovely bright day. No, doctor, I can't open my eyes. What do you mean? I won't open my eyes. Why? What if I can't see? I don't want to be disappointed. There is no reason at all that you can't see. Please open your eyes, enjoy this Jagat. You have suffered for so long with vision impairment. Due to this surgery, you are wonderful, you can open your eyes, please see. No, I will not open my eyes. What can the doctor do? Doctor has done everything possible. Now, whose job is it? It is the patient's job to be able to let this surgery work. Similarly, Vedanta is also like a surgery. It's exactly like a surgery. It's an operation. The operation of the pramana. All the pramanas that you operate, you are the surgeon. Here, the pramana that operates on you, you don't have a chance here. The pramana has to operate on you to show you that you are not karta, bhokta, manta, pramata. You are not that. It has to show you that. And so for that, the best thing you can do is submit to this operation. And the submitting to this operation is called Shraddha in Bhagavan, in Guru, in the Shastra. That is how this knowledge is gained. Shraddha means trust. The trust that was eroded at 2 years old, 3 years old. Every child's trust is eroded because it has Shobhana Adhyasa on the parents. What is Shobhana Adhyasa? A mistaken sense of power the child sees in the parents. They can walk, they can talk, they are all knowing. They are for the child, parents are Bhagavan, mother is Bhagavan, father is Bhagavan. And then what? Again, Pujya Swamiji's inimitable example. The child sees a huge cockroach. Ah! Mummy! Catches hold of the mother's dress. What does the mother do? Jump on the dining table, leaving the child right there. Erosion of trust has already happened. Then the child calls the father from the other. Father doesn't even come into the room. Yeah. from the other room, it'll be okay, it's just a cockroach. If it's just a cockroach, come and take care of it. No, 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 I'll be here only. And so there is an erosion of trust. The child says, what is this? They say something, they mean something else. Present but inconsistent. They tell me not to tell lies. Yet somebody showed up at the door. And then the father hides and says, Beta, tell them, oh child, tell them I'm not at home. Yeah. What will the child say? Father said to tell you that the child that he is not at home. Then sheepishly the father has to come out. And so the child sees the inconsistency. When the child says, this is not Bhagavan, but the child wants to be one with something. The search for Bhagavan is on. There is a vacuum, and the vacuum is you can't just go around in a vacuum. You need some protection, and the protection is what? Calluses and layers of distrust. One keeps on accumulating. And then coming to Vedanta, that distrust one has to make a conscious decision to drop. What will happen? What do you have to lose? Your ignorance. That is what you have to lose. More we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.